Globally, over 152 million children are engaged in child labor. Out of these, 64 million are girls and 88 million are boys. The recent research findings by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics indicate that there has been an increase in the number of children engaged in child labor in Uganda. The number rose from 2 million children to over 4 million children after the COVID-19 pandemic. Karamoja region is one of the areas where children are engaged in child labor. However, there is hope to change the situation in Karamoja if children can enroll in schools, enforcing laws against child labor, rehabilitation of all schools, provision of scholastic materials to schools, construction of teachers' houses and dormitories, provision of food for learners at school, construction of ICT centers, increasing on the number of both teaching and non-teaching staff, and construction of new schools per parish.
Let's support families of these learners who have been transformed from the mining sites and have accepted to come to schools. So let the government prioritize the supply of materials.
Some of the reasons hindering education in Karamoja region have been highlighted during the National Stakeholders Meeting on Education for Karamoja sub-region. They include, among others, child labor, dilapidated schools, lack of enough classrooms whereby some classrooms are used as dormitories, lack of teachers' houses and dormitories, lack of food, lack of enough teachers and sexual violence.
That the distances to schools were long, and therefore as an intervention they put up community schools. Now, these community schools have not been taken on by government.
These children end up outside, they go, there is what we are calling externalization of labor.
Members of Parliament on the Education Committee argue that poverty is not a major factor hindering education. They say the region is rich with natural resources like minerals.
You will find that somebody has cattle, but they're not taking kids to school.
It is a responsibility for all of us to ensure that we guard our children and we push them for education. Whether it may be forcefully, we also need to invest.
We should urge the government to innovate all Ugandan schools. These schools are old. We shall not keep on complaining on floor of parliament, raising matter of national importance. What I'm raising today in Busia, the same thing Masaka is going to raise tomorrow.
The global target for the elimination of child labor was 2025. However, according to stakeholders, the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic stalled the plan. Beckham Linde, AIM TV, Tonight. Solidarity.